Islam's fucking huge. He's a threat everywhere. Like, he's big, dude. Yeah. When I interview him in the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as he's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage. He's big. That's about as big as you can get and keep doing that. He could do everything. Like, he knocked down Oliveira. He had Oliveira in real trouble. The Volkanovski head kick, though, and it was also the way he set it up. He kept kicking to the body. Oh, my God.
I think people just assume that all he's going to do is wrestle. But then when you see him go in there and outstrike somebody, he even boxed with Poirier.
He is the truth. I was always impressed with him. Islam is scary standing up. Like, in the beginning of his career, he was really good at wrestling, not as good at standing up, but now he's just as good at standing up. His striking has leveled up significantly. Like, his striking is much, much better than it was when he was younger. He's a threat everywhere. Like, when he knocked out Volk with that high kick. Yeah. If I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no.
I know.
You're not taking it. You've been fucking drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days' notice. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight, loses a decision. Super close fight with the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, 10 pounds up. Everybody's like, Volk might be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And then he takes that fight on 10 days' notice, gets head kicked.
Everybody talks about how like heavy he is, but in reality, I was heavier than him. If you look the numbers, I was 181 and he was 178. I didn't feel he that strong at all, at least on the pressure, you know? But like you say, I cannot say that because I feel like he let me get up. I rush trying to get on my feet, and unfortunately, he got a very tight position. I was very impressed. No excuse, Islam is a great fighter, but I just feel frustrated about myself making such a amateur mistake, you know?
You know, Ilia Topuria talking about coming to 155, and you're like, I'm tired of these little people coming up to fight me.
Not make sense, give the chance third time from the same guy. Okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say, you beat small guy, he's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be the same. Everybody gonna talk same. If I go up, takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
But, you know, one of your friends, you guys are teammates, you and Bilal.
Honestly, Bilal killed my plan, you know?
Yeah.
We become like close friends, we have same manager. Nobody would know what's gonna be in the future, you know? I just have same dream.
Yeah.
I want to be double champ. I want to be like you know? Champ, how many? 11 times defend your belt.
You're on your way, man. You're on your way.
And then he comes into the fight with Topuria, 4 months later or something like that? Compromised, clearly. You got head kicked, shin to the dome, stopped, unconscious, and then you've got to fight the scariest boxer in the division, and you get knocked out. You know, and so then this big slide.
Yeah, I think that was his biggest mistake, right?
Huge mistake.
You just want to do
two mistakes. One, you don't fight Islam on 10 days' notice. You just can't. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. He's so hard to beat. He's so good. He's as good as it gets. He's as good as it gets. He's the most complete fighter on the roster. When you KO Volkanovski like that, you know, and then you choke out Dustin Poirier like that guy, that's the full thing, right? He can head kick you. He could strike with you and knock you. Knocked out Glace Tebow with one shot standing. Yeah. You know, he can knock you out, like, legitimately. And he can still strangle you. And he can still smother you. Like, it's the perfect combination. That is such a crazy strategy. It's like you're outmanning every guy you fight. Just out-grappling him, out-striking him. Most people, like, try to be like a specialist.
Exactly. Right? A lot of those really good grappler guys, they're strong, definitely, but they're really strong at closing up all of the space. I feel like there's two types of being strong in grappling. There's being strong in, like, I don't let you move me. And then there's strong in, I get to move you really good. And the good guys get to do both.
The news the day of the weigh-ins, Arman Sarukian, I pulled out of the fight because of back issues. They replaced him. Money Moicano stepped in. The name gives it away, Money Moicano. The guy will have got a massive pay bump for taking the fight on short notice like that. Massive risk for him, massive reward, but also even bigger risk for Makhachev because no one thought he was going to lose that fight at all. Nobody thought he was going to lose it. There was a lot on the line there for Makhachev. And he did what true champions do, fight anybody. Got the fight to the floor, finished him with the dash choke. It's what a lot of people expected, including me, but he could have lost the fight just because it's an MMA fight. Do you know what I mean? Now we're seeing Dana White coming out and saying the pound for pound number one in the world, Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
But as we all know, to me, pound for pound is a load of made up stuff. So I don't look into that, but it's just funny how he's kind of jumped ship now from John Jones to Islam.
Best lightweight in the world by far with his performances. I have no problem saying that. His hands are getting better. He just outstruck Poirier. He can out-grapple anybody. He truly is doing it for more than just the punches, kicks, knees, and elbows and being the UFC champ and the glitz and glam. He's got something deeper that he's fighting for. He's fighting for an entire village, an entire portion of the country, an entire religion, and an entire legacy up for himself and also Khabib and Khabib's.
Incredible. I mean, you got two of the absolute best in the world in their prime facing off, and I went up into the octagon after Khabib said, I told you he's the best in the world. To beat Oliveira is one thing, to beat him the way he beat him is another, and as fast as he did it, he looked incredible tonight. You know, the big question going in tonight was how is he going to deal with the pressure? He dealt with it just fine.
Who do you think should be next for Ilya? Who should be next for Ilya? 55 has always been so cloudy at the top. Maybe Gaethje. I think him going to 170 to fight Islam, if Islam wins, is a stretch. You know, Islam's big, man. I've never seen Ilya in person, but he seems smaller. I know obviously he can knock anyone out. I do think if they fight, Ilya can knock anybody out from 45 to 170. He has the skills, the power, the technique, and but we've just never seen him in there with somebody that big and somebody with that caliber of wrestling. But I think he should defend the 55 title a few times before that's talked about. We'll see.
Bilal, I mean, he was the 170 champ. Islam's the 155 champ. They're very, very close in their abilities. This isn't like Islam's going to walk up to 170 and just walk through Jack Della Maddalena.
How do you think Islam does at welterweight?
Who knows? I heard he's not going to be any smaller than Jack come fight night. But 55 to 70, that's a little bit different than 35 to 45. But when your skill level is that high, as Islam's is, it'll be interesting if he goes in there and tries to shoot on Jack. Jack stuffs him and gets in his face. But Islam's striking is so underrated. Islam's going to put the hands.
Tapura, it's going to be same. Everybody going to talk same. But if I go up, takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
Islam did everything you could do to avoid that fight. That's just the truth, guys. That's just what happened. I don't know Ilya. I know Islam. I like Islam a lot. I happen to be a fan of Ilya, but I mean, I don't know him, but it's still what happened. Islam did everything you could conceivably do to not fight Ilya, including leave the division, including leave the championship. Hey, if you don't fight this guy, we're going to strip you of your championship. Strip me of my championship. There is nothing more that Ilya could do in our industry. Nothing. There is nothing that exists giving a belt, leaving publicly, walking away from it all to hunt a guy down. There is nothing more that Islam could do in our industry. Truly, these are literal statements. There is nothing in our industry that is a stronger way to get away from somebody than to leave the division and even leave the championship behind.
I'm still not doing some business because I don't want thinking in the training, how is my business going there? You have to be 100% in the gym. If you're thinking, oh, how much I make today, how much my company, how much my business thinking, you're not.
Loses to Jack, does he get right back in the mix at 170? Works his way back to that title shot. Is that what he does, or does he cut his weight back down to 155 pounds? Whether it was Ilya, what he's going through now, what it is Islam in the announcement that we just got, what I'm attempting to prove to you is there is nothing in this sport that matters more to the fighters than the weight.
For a better camp, of course, everyone would. Everyone, you know what I'm like with my preparation. I like to make sure, but I'm the man for the job. If anyone can do it, if anyone can do this on 12 days notice, off the couch, as they would say, it's me. And I get to go and shock the world in how many days? 11 days or something like that. So it's pretty crazy. Luckily, you know, I train. I'm always training. Have I been on holidays? Yeah. Have I? Have I had a couple of drinks here and there? Yeah, I have. But I guess that makes me feel a little fresh. That's why I'm like really excited.
Islam did everything you could do to avoid that fight. That's just the truth, guys. That's just what happened. I know Islam. Like Islam a lot. It's still what happened. Islam did everything you could conceivably do to not fight Ilya, including leave leave the division, including leave the championship. Hey, if you don't fight this guy, we're going to strip you of your championship. Strip me of my championship. There is nothing in our industry that is a stronger way to get away from somebody than to leave the division and even leave the championship behind. You can't paint the credit on Islam for moving up to 170 in a hand-picked match.
Right? I don't care if Islam decides that he doesn't want to fight me. I don't care. I said till you're gonna have to fight me. Okay. You say that you are the world champion, you're gonna keep dominating the division, all that. I'm here. You can't keep avoiding me.
What's the issue with Islam? I see you guys going back and forth as well. What's the problem there?
I don't have anything personal with him. I don't have any issue. The only point is that he's the world champion in the lightweight division. I want to move up to lightweight division, and I wanna face him in the future.
How far away do you think you are from 55? How many fights?
How many fights? I can do it after this one.
Do you want to do it after this one? Like already, or?
I want to do it. I want to do it. It's easier for me to weight cut. I feel very good at that way. I already did it. I already fought at 155 in London against Jai Herbert. So I felt really good. So I want to do it once again, and for the world title, because I don't wanna do it with any different opponent.
Ilya Islam. He wants that fight bad, and I think he can win. Happen. And what makes me think that Ilya will do really well against Islam is Volk's first fight with Islam. I'm like, man, I think Ilya's wrestling is way better than Volk's, and obviously you could see how the striking went. And
Coach, how do you compare Islam's boxing level to Taporia's? Who would win in a boxing match? That's from Jalal. Pound for pound, look, I would tell you it's gonna be Taporia. Taporia is a natural puncher. He's very talented. He's obviously that's his I would say his bread and butter. That's how he wins his fights. They say he's a good wrestler. He's a good grappler as well, of course. But his big thing is he's a stellar boxer. He has great KO power. He has incredible head movement, beautiful defense, footwork, rhythm.
Can certainly match Islam's physicality, and I think is a better overall scrambler. Not a better grappler, but scramble for scramble, I think that Tsarukyan is better. And so he presents challenges in ways that Topuria does not. But on the feet, I think Topuria is a much more dangerous threat. Here's the thing. Tsarukyan will fail on a takedown, but then he'll just scramble and then try again, and then run you into the fence and then try again. Like, he can recover from a failed...
Go back down. So there's really nothing to gain for Islam from fighting him. So when he says, "Oh, let him fight somebody else, earn it," like, he's not saying I won't fight him. He's saying, bro, let him earn it. Like, we already had to deal with this already. People are already shutting my resume. They're hating on me no matter what. So let him go out there, beat like a Charles Oliveira. Why would it have to be for a title? You vacated your title. You wanted to move up on your own. You didn't want to cut the weight.
Catch him, and he's stoic till that happens, you know what I mean? He is on task, and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and find it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him, because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilya, because he knows Ilya's going to have that puncher's chance. Then later rounds, it's going to be very difficult for Ilya. Ilya can, if he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over.
What makes you want to move up to 155?
Because I really believe that I can beat the current champion, Islam. You can't be a world champion by chance. You have to do things great.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
But I like the competition, and I don't like to be a bully and fight with people that I know 100% that I'm gonna whoop his ass. I like to fight with.
Fighting Islam He's only defended the belt once, and he's not that big of a star to just jump. He's not McGregor, you know what I mean? To just jump right.
I don't know. So they have some Twitter war now. So these both guys has to fight. The only answer for that is what cage. Like I said before, we never know. Everyone can say, I can say, I want. If you ask me, in my mind, in my head, I can beat anyone.